Welcome back, guys. You wanted me to do a 30-man Royal Rumble, and it must have been random, but I must have at least 2 tag teams in there, and at least, I think you mentioned a demon like a Finn Balor or Kane. And then I told you, bro, there's no way I can guarantee that. Mine is random. There's no way I can guarantee a tag team. If it happens, it happens. So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to spin for 30 guys, and I'm going to book it as we go along. I'm just going to book it on the fly. So let's see who's my number 1 entrant. And my number 1 entrant is going to be Bulldog. I'm also just going to write it down because I need to know who's still in the match and who's out. Okay, so Bulldog, he could be kind of the Iron Man of the match, but oh my goodness, Nikita, this is not off to a hot start. Okay, so Bulldog, Nikita, they have a bit of a beefy scrap, and in comes number 3, Foley. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to take dupes except if it's Foley. That's the only dupe I'll take, and his persona is coming out now in is Mankind, and Mankind immediately slaps on a mandible claw on Nikita, and while he's doing this, Bulldog is just stomping on Nikita, and in comes Kane. And Kane and Mankind, they look at each other and they nod and they team up because they've been rivals, but now they're sort of frenemies. They're going to team up, and immediately the two of them yank Nikita out of the ring, and he's gone, and now it's a 3-way scrap. Bam Bam comes in, and Bam Bam immediately goes to the top rope, and he takes out Kane with like a moonsault from the top rope or splash from the top rope. Kane is just out for a little while. Kane is lying on the ground, out for a little while. Mankind and Bulldog, they're still having a scrap. Oh, in comes Nick. Oh my, I was hoping for some guys I actually have any vested interest in. In comes Nick, and they just still have a scrap. Bam Bam and Nick go after each other. Mankind and Bulldog, they're still doing. Nick, what are you doing in my life? Kane's still out. Mankind and Bulldog's doing their thing. Bam Bam and Nick's doing their thing. Oh, in comes Fiend. Are we going to have a bit of a mandible claw off? Okay, so Fiend comes in, and he helps Bam Bam take out Nick, and Bam Bam and Fiend go after Mankind. And Bam Bam and Fiend, they beat down Mankind, and eventually Fiend's got a mandible claw on Mankind, and Mankind looks absolutely distressed, and Kane comes to help Mankind, and we're going to have a little bit of a 2-man thing going on. Bulldog's still in the corner. He's currently out of the match. Angle comes in, and he goes after Bulldog, and he unfortunately chucks out Bulldog for poor old Bulldog. Oh, in comes Yoko, and immediately, Jerry Lawler changes his pick from Kane, because Kane's gonna win. By the way, my commentators is Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross. I don't care what you say, that's my commentators for this match. Okay, Jerry Lawler had Kane as the winner, and then Yoko comes out. I'm changing my pick. It's Yoko. Nobody's going to be able to throw out Yoko, and Yoko causes absolute havoc. Now, I'm hoping this booking works out because everybody is down except Yoko, and in comes. Let's just make it make sense, please. Somebody at Yoko could have something worth, and okay, Dean comes in, and he kind of goes after Yoko, and him and Yoko have a massive scrap. And eventually, Kane and Mankind, they get the better of Fiend and Bam Bam, and they chuck out Bam Bam, and then Angle throws out Nick Bockwinkel. In comes Flair. Okay, Flair goes off after Angle, because I would love to see a program between Flair and Angle. This could also lead to some future programs. Flair and Angle have a big... Okay, Bam Bam's already been in this match, so he's not coming in at 12. Kane and Mankind is still dominating, and Bulldog's also already been in this match. And they get the better of Fiend, and they manage to eliminate the Fiend, and Goldust comes out, and he immediately goes after Mankind and Kane, because obviously he's had a massive rivalry with Mankind and Kane. And now comes in Daniel Bryan, and it's just flying knees everywhere, just flying knees, or running knees, whatever you call it, until he goes for Yoko, and Yoko catches him, tries to throw him out of the ring, and he does his whole Shawn Michaels spot with skinning the cat. You guys get what I'm saying? And he survives, and he comes back in, and it's him and Yoko going at it while the rest of the guys are down. And in comes Adam Bomb, and Yoko super kicks Adam Bomb, and Bomb is just eliminated immediately. In comes Hogan, and Hogan is just Daniel Bryan running knee, Hogan's gone. I don't want Hogan in my match, so it's just what you've got. Flair and Angle still going at it. Christian comes in. Hopefully we get Edge soon to have a kind of a reuniting of the tag team. Christian comes in, and he just joins the scrap. And Mankind and Kane, they eventually get the better of Goldust, and they chuck out Goldust. You can see who's going to be my Iron Man of this match. In comes Pillman. Pullman goes after the whole thing with Flair and Angle. Yoko and Dean is still scrapping. Brian's kind of in the middle of that. Christian, he's now gotten involved with the whole Mankind and Kane thing. In comes Sammy, and he helps Daniel Bryan, and somehow, someway, Sammy and Daniel Bryan, the two smallest guys currently in the match, they managed to eliminate Yoko. So Yoko's out of this. I know it's a surprise, but Yoko's gone. Yoko was one of the odds-on favorites, and now, of course, Jerry changes his pick. He's back at, no, Kane was my pick all the time, all along. I never said Yoko. What are you talking about, JR? I never said Yoko. Kane was my pick all along. And in comes Kenny and Brian have a stare off, and they have an absolute masterpiece. Flair and Angle are still going at it, and Angle, he German suplexes Flair out of the ring. Stone Cold comes in, and of course, we have to have a stunner party, and he stunners Pullman first, and he stunners Pullman so aggressively, because they obviously have a thing, or had a thing. He stunners Pullman so aggressively that Pullman just out of the ring. I think it was Booker T who once did that. I'm speaking under correction. Next, we have got Nikita's already been in this match. You can't be in the match twice. Only person who can be in the match twice is Mankind if he's eliminated yet. In comes Sting, and the whole arena turns completely dark, and Sting immediately goes after Mankind and Kane. All these darker, mysterious characters are going after Mankind and Kane, and he actually gets the better of. This is going to be a surprise, because you guys know how much I love Mankind. He eliminates Mankind, and Kane then, for revenge, immediately eliminates Sting. And Joe comes in at 22, and he joins the whole Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega thing, and they have an absolute slug off. Bruno comes in. He goes after Angle and Bryan, and Joe. They eventually get the better of Kenny, and they eliminate Kenny. Stone Cold, he goes for stunner on Sammy, and chucks Sammy out. So Sammy's gone. So we have currently in the ring, we've got Kane, Angle, Dean, Bryan, Christian, Stone Cold, Joe, Bruno. By the way, the guys who I'm not saying is doing anything, they're just kind of doing their thing in the corner. You guys get the idea. Perfect comes out, and he joins in with Bryan. Imagine a program between Mr. Perfect and Daniel Bryan. How amazing would that have been? The two of them do their thing. Stone Cold goes after Christian, and okay, Goldust has already been. I'm hoping somebody comes in that's going to help Christian, because Stone Cold is about to eliminate Christian, and then imagine Edge landed. Okay, Piper comes in, and he goes after Bruno, and Piper and Bruno do a thing until Bruno eventually gets the better of Piper, and he almost chucks him out. And as he almost chucks him out, Stone Cold comes in, and he kind of throws both Piper and Bruno out of the ring. So we need to get rid of some guys, because the ring is filling up a lot. Daniel Bryan, he's still doing his thing, and Kofi Kingston comes in, and immediately Stone Cold stunners Kofi Kingston, and Kofi Kingston flips out of the ring, and he lands on a handstand on the mats, and he manages to make his way back into the ring. If he can do that, that would be amazing. If not, then it is what it is. Angle and Dean Ambrose, they team up against Samoa Joe, and they eliminate Samoa Joe. Kenny, you've already been in this match, and I'm almost running out of time, so just a quick couple of eliminations. Stone Cold eliminates Christian. Jake the Snake comes in, and Jake and Austin, they have a thing, because they've got massive history. And Christian, I just eliminated him. I'm so upset. He should have come in earlier, but Edge comes in, so yeah, it's just one of those things. Now we're just scrapping, so I'm just going to get the last two entrants. Braun comes in at 29, so everybody's just scrapping in their corner, because I only have a minute and 20 seconds left, and I need to finish booking this. And last in is Booker T. Okay, so Kane is still in this. Yeah, Angle is still in this, Dean is still in this, Bryan is still in this, Stone Cold's in this, Perfect's in this, Kofi, Jake, Edge, Braun, and Booker. This ring is completely filled up. Jake takes out a couple of guys. Jake takes out Kofi, Jake takes out Perfect, Jake takes out Dean Ambrose. Kane then goes after Jake. Jake and Kane have a big thing, spear fest with Edge, and eventually Edge actually gets out Kurt Angle, Daniel Bryan, Braun Strowman, and Booker T. So Edge just went on a rampage. So we've got our final four, which is Kane, Stone Cold, Jake the Snake, and Edge. Stone Cold does a bit of a stunner party, and as he tries to stunner Kane, Kane reverses it into a choke slam, and he choke slams Stone Cold. Jake comes and he eliminates Kane. Edge comes and he spears Jake. Stone Cold is back. He chucks out Edge, and as he chucks out Edge, Jake chucks out Stone Cold. And you guys all thought I was going to say Stone Cold. Number 20. I didn't plan this, but number 27 wins, and I honestly didn't plan this. Jake the Snake wins a Rumble. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I just had some fun. I only have 10 minutes for this. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.